fill in his address, but he did on the other one, so just oversees.
And we have this one that was returned under,
Is that an overseas one?
no,
Those are the ones he had there. Has Deborah done these as well? Okay, so these are-
Yes, I'm definitely.
These are complete for all four. Yeah, there's minor things that would be picky, you would reject a lot. That's what, if that was your goal. But that's not. Handled properly. So, Ms. McCoy, during the process of the absentee ballot request and everything, have you had any issues of concern? Has it gone well?
we haven't had any, like 69 and, well, like I said before, I have nothing to compare it to
Right.
within the past, but I think that's a reasonable amount.
Those are-
If anybody's
And I'm sure you were prepared for being much smaller because it is a special election and the ballot is so.
And what we can do is review from the back of those envelopes, under the labels.
Under this label, this,
If you look under the two labels, right here, it says board approval. We can stamp them if you approve them with today's date, and that'll be, and she says for us to sign one of these.
oh,
Just all of you sign this report to go with it, and that will be.
How about this?
But I think
Yeah, you can do that one too.
And then you can, so these, if you look at the back of that application, do you see that section that says board
right
date?
here,
Yeah.
right here.
So you can have the staff put the date stamp on it, because that's your board approval date for today's date for any that you do vote to approve. And then again, you could, those one original of both the civilian, or really the by mail absentees, as well as the one stop, you can then sign on that, just one original. And then all of that documentation should be compiled together with those original ballots. And then they'll be secured and placed away for your election day board meeting, when you would then instruct the ballot to be opened, the envelope to be opened, and then
Oh, this is
the
the
tabulator.
So this is the one stop.
Yeah.
That should be the ones, yes ma'am. the
So you're
ones.
saying just one original of this?
Yeah,
has
you
to
can
be
just,
signed?
yeah, you wanna put your signature
So,
on it,
right.
that's what we use, that's what you will
Or
use
you do it in
when you're
advance.
canvassing
Mhm.
to address everything, because remember, we're trying to track every step of
Anywhere.
the process.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask Ms. McCoy, is that the complete one-stop list? And I guess I should also,
That's up until yesterday.
up until yesterday. So what caused the delay? This is new to Ms. McCoy, and so when, we wanted to make sure, I wanted to make sure that what she was presenting to you guys had been accounted for, that we could match it up. So that's what caused a little bit of a delay, making sure that you had the right reports. And,
Did you say anywhere on here?
I did
Can
not
they
see
sign this one on the back?
Because there was an explanation there.
That's your copy. Okay, repeat that.
These reports, can they sign on the back, or do they need to be in front?
I would just sign on the front, just so that you'll, wherever you feel comfortable with, that's just your authentication.
Now, is this the one you want us to sign?
The one stop, yeah.
So, this is your copy.
No, I gave you one.
You gave,
For you all to sign.
this is it right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you should be signing, I believe, is the
Absentee.
complete list of all of the accepted, because that's what you're doing. You
And
are,
this one is-
you are approving the one-stop application in this process. You're just approving the application so that the ballot can be counted on election day. And then you're doing the same thing for the absentee by mail. You are approving the application and so that the ballot can be counted.
Right.
So
And if
an
you-
original of just one is all that's needed, and then that
That's
goes
this.
with all of the materials.
That's what, so we should be signing 3 sheets.
This one, and the big one.
Okay.
Did you have a problem,
That's the
did you
big
have
one.
any objections or a problem with any of
Yeah,
the
this is the big
ballots or anything?
Okay.
And, if you'll notice on your, the report you have, that I gave everybody a copy of, the mail absentee, if
Right.
you'll notice down, up at the top, it says, return status.
On which one? Yeah, to go to correspondence. Okay.
Where? Sean?
Excuse me, Ms. Valeri, anybody that parked over at the, that post office, that bad cops, they want those vehicles moved to the post office is gone.
Okay,
Those ladies come to park.
anyone parked over there?
Down a couple.
Okay, if you look right in this, right under VRN, you
Yeah.
see return status.
Right.
And if you look at the bottom one, it says spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the next page, you see accepted, and you have the one returned undeliverable.
So if it doesn't have a note, it has not been
It
returned.
has not come back. Right.
Okay, gotcha.
So there's still a lot to come in.
Yeah.
So this is the one you want us to
So
sign.
this is a verification of the ones that we just got through
Just
looking
got
at.
finished looking at.
Gotcha.
This is the signature page. Okay, send it down.
Is that one spoiled? Is that the one that you said was returned non-deliverable?
No, it's not, and I apologize, I do not know why it was spoiled. I can find out and let you know next time.
Yes, please do. But now, I know in the past, when I was at board meetings, if it was spoiled, then you reissue.
Or we saw that the voter, it may spoil it, correct me if I'm wrong, Veronica, if a person goes to vote, they requested a ballot, but then they go to vote one stop,
I got you.
and it can be spoiled that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we're signing this correspondence list as well.
yeah.
That's the,
And I believe signing that is fine, because that's what you're saying, all the ones that say accepted and it has the date on it are the ones that you're approving. It says accepted because that's what the e-poll vote generates. I think there's another report, and we'll find, there are a lot of absentee reports. Different counties have their different flavors of how they want to present this type of information to their board. So we will go through next week and make sure that we identify some options for you as to what you would want to look at, so that you wouldn't necessarily, I think it's helpful for you to see all the ones that they're requesting in return, but really, you really just want to account for every single ballot that has not yet been approved by you, that has been received. So starting with today's date, you're not looking at any by mail or one stop that will have a today's date on it. They will be reviewed at the next absentee board meeting. And so you want to make sure that every voter who has submitted a ballot, that there's a corresponding ballot that goes along with it, or some piece of paper that goes along with it, and then you would approve that. So although the one-stop ballots are ballots that are placed in the tabulator, they are sealed and put away at the end of each one-stop day, and they won't be opened up until, of course, election day, when you do your absentee board meeting. But what this McCoy does have available in those envelopes are the one-stop applications, because that's really what you're approving. And so I believe what other boards do is to, again, direct staff to just go in and put a date stamp on each of those. Sometimes, you're new, they will have the chair will have a stamp, like a signature stamp, so that you'll have to sign all of them, and then you just stamp them. Or some boards are, you sign them. So it's up, you can, take that and see how you want to handle it.
These are the one-stop applications, and they do have the date at the bottom.
take it at its word unless there becomes an issue. And then those reports, that one slot report, you can then place, that's why you're signing that one original. That just goes on top of that, and that becomes the record. If there ever becomes an issue, like remember absentee ballots can be challenged, and then at that point you can go and retrieve and look at the actual application.
And we balance every day. I stayed every day with them. We balance out every day. And we did take your suggestion, Jennifer, about the talent sheet.
It worked.
It works. She was here last week, and it was a time for everybody, because you do this twice a year, so the poll workers, you know, and we had to find a way to separate them by precinct and by style. So Deborah suggested a tally sheet. I made that the next day, and it's been working.
And I think, as Deborah told me, that you mentioned that sometimes when ballots are handled too much, it affects them going through the tabulator, which makes sense, because I came during several board meetings and watched them, because at that time, they were opening them each time and tabulating them, and there was so many that would not go through. So I they couldn't find any reason for it, but I wonder if that's not it. It does make sense. And especially, if you taught school, if you ever use those scanners to grade your
yes.
tests, the same
Yes.
thing would happen. If they've been handled too much, it wouldn't scan them.
Was it the N100 or the DS200? Is it the older voting equipment?
Oh, I don't know, whatever they got in the little,
The new
gold
what's
in
in
there.
there?
Yes.
Yeah, so that one, that's a newer model, so it should, be less jams. So, yeah, that's probably an indication of
And
too much, people, voters do weird stuff.
And then with the folding, that affects it too.
Right, yeah.
So if we folded one way and they folded another way, that's twice as many folds, so. But we do have to fold it to get it in the envelope. So.
So we should
I've got
have,
one stop one signed, and I've got the 22 sheets, 22 voters signed. I'm waiting on the mail one. One's got mail on it.
that everybody was supposed to.
Oh, here it is. I just
So-
signed it.
So,
Okay,
we should have 22 accepted.
right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then the spoiled and the
Non-deliverable.
and non-deliverable will just, we're gonna find out about the spoiled ones.
Right.
So we just had one that was not deliverable, so, and I counted 22.
Okay.
Any questions? Is that it now for what we have to do with the absentee ballots? I mean, let me know.
Well, why don't if you choose to, you sign them, so I think we're approving them. I don't know if you have to do a motion, but
What
if
I was
it's
gonna,
okay with your county attorney, why don't you do that?
that's why I was
As
gonna.
of today.
Right, as of today. I was asking because I didn't know if there was anything else that we needed to do per se before I did that.
No, not administrative.
Now I have a motion to accept the, absentee ballot, as of today.
I move that we accept the 22 accepted absentee ballots for today.
And the one stop.
And the one
And the
stop.
one stop.
Right.
Got it?
Motion, you got a second, Patricia?
I'll take one second.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we will, accept the 22 accepted absentee ballots and the one stop voting. Question? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Hearing none. The report is accepted. Okay. We will get to our agenda again. We have to move on. Okay. We're ready now for the director's updates. And we have documents in front of us, from her to look at.
First, I want to give everyone a copy of the letter that was sent to Kim, that was signed last week. Next, I have an updated contact information on the board, the contact information. And next, I have the county party chairs and the county attorney contact information. You asked for a list of our precincts and our contact persons. You asked for a listing of places where we pay rent.
So if it's not listed here on election day sites, that means there's no cost for
Right,
us to
right.
use it, right? Okay. You
And I-
mentioned last week that one had raised the rent.
If you look at, Central,
Ooh, ooh. Wow.
yeah, they went,
What happened? Did they get a new building?
No.
no, no.
That's great.
You know, the bad thing about it is, I don't know of another facility in
That's
Central.
why they did it.
And that's why they did it, right? That's what I'm afraid of.
Okay, this, the next one is Patsy, I took your advice, and this was run before I changed my email.
Yeah, please do.
I did.
I had some complaints about that. Because what I've discovered over the past week is once you get on the board of elections, people will call you and complain about anything.
Well, I
And
have that taken care of.
good.
Okay.
But this was run before then, and, this came with the law books. This was the email I received on the law books, and you got your law book last week, and Mr. White, you have yours up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I need a list of the prices on these buildings, I don't have that.
Don't,
It
That should have been this
Your
right here.
agenda.
We didn't get one.
okay.
Look at this one, this is the one that was the eye opener right there. Change in prices.
Yeah, it went from
But
100
just the-
This is
Yeah,
fine.
here's what-
Down to
just the
price.
center.
Yeah.
That's just to use it,
They increased it 5
Wow.
times.
go in.
Everybody else is in.
And there's was taken for this one.
And next is the, email. This was attached to the email about the law books, this, session law bill, House Bill 1029.
Oh,
Mhm.
These are the reading for you.
okay.
And,
Yeah.
next is memo 19-02 on absentee witness certification. It's just something for you to read on about looking at the absentee ballots.
Specifically about what we were talking about earlier about the dates.
Right.
That's what it's about, right?
And
I lied to you, I had it under the bottom. Thank you.
Okay. Now, is there anything else past, up into F? We good?
we're good.
Okay. Now you will give us your update on the one stop, because I need the numbers again, because I didn't get those down.
Okay.
Whatever else.
First day we voted 51. The second day we voted 90. The third day we voted 69. And the fourth day we voted 85.
85, 84. Say
85.
I'm gonna read.
296.
All right.
So that's a total 296?
Up until yesterday.
And this goes on until the 14th, right?
No, this goes on to May 10th.
May 10th.
Friday.
At 5 o'clock.
Got it, okay.
May 13th, the judges pick up their materials, and then the 14th is election.
The precinct judges pick up their materials on the 13th,
Right.
and then the election is on the 14th.
And I know, there was some discussion last week about parking, but it has not been a problem at all. Until, I don't know who parked across the street.
My husband,
Okay. But,
worried about that next week, yeah.
Been a problem.
Okay.
As far as I know, I don't know if you all heard it was going on.
No, I haven't heard anything about parking.
No, the voters have called me and said it, you know, with issues, but they said parking was fine, because I always ask.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right, so now we're down to the assignment of the, judges. The reassignment because of the issues that we have.
I do not.
He needs a copy.
Um,
I got
Want it, everybody?
I got it right here.
Got extra copy?
you have a copy, the original one we got.
This,
assignment
this
of the
right here.
Yeah.
This
This. And
Did you got this?
I had to.
This is that last.
Yeah.
That's good. There you go.
All right, thank you.
Mr. White, may I buy your copies for just a minute, please? I'm sorry,
You can look on what needs to be on mine.
no, she can be right
I read on it, but that's good. So, and then election.
I think last week at our meeting, we were given a, interpretation of the law, copy of, 163A, 815, is that it? Is that the one you're looking at now? Yes. Mr. White, do you have that?
And I got the books there if I need it.
You can have that.
I mean, you wouldn't have to go.
Yeah, you can have that one.
You have that too.
Yes, ma'am.